Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fast growing gear site on the web, and welcome to our best of Bluetooth comms for 2023. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we jump into another one of our world famous best of videos, do us both a favor, subscribe to that Speed Addicts channel. That way you don't miss out on any of the latest gear coming your way or another one of these best of videos. We're always getting first look here. Subscribe. And that way you don't miss out. Also, if you'd like to support us here at speedaddicts.com, we really would appreciate it. There's going to be links to each one of these items in the description below. They'll take you over to speedaddicts.com where you can shop with us. While you're over there, feel free to shop for any other parts or gear you might need for your next two-wheel adventure. So when it comes to the Bluetooth communicators, there is a lot of variety out there. It is pretty much dominated by the two companies that you see on the table here, Cardo and Sena. Uclear is also out there. So in terms of the amount of manufacturers in the game, not a ton of variety, but they each offer a dizzying amount of different models that all carry a different price tag and a different feature set. In today's video, we're going to start with the least expensive and work our way up to a more exotic, more expensive unit that even has a camera attached to it. So I think what's on the table we'll have an option basically for every rider and budget out there. Stay tuned while we break down our best Bluetooth communicators for 2023. First up on the list, we have the Cardo Spirit HD. Now, Cardo makes two Spirits. They make the standard Spirit, which is extremely affordable, and then they make the HD, which is essentially the same unit, but with better speakers. If you're on a budget, we recommend trying to stretch it up to this $149 price point and getting those HD speakers. We think that extra $50 or so is well worth it when it comes to the audio quality. The Spirit with those standard speakers is just a little anemic in the audio quality department. Now, the HD is available as a single standalone unit for $149 or as a pair, if you have a passenger to consider, for $284. You can connect in an intercom configuration between two riders only, and it's going to be Bluetooth 5.2, which means it's nice and fast and snappy. Runtime on a full charge is going to be 13 hours, 2 hours to a full charge, and about a half-mile range. 2-year warranty on the Cardo Spirit series. So we sell an absolute ton of these units. It's a great way to get into Bluetooth without really breaking the bank, because some of the more premium units are almost double the price of the Spirit HD. If you don't need mesh and you're not concerned about having those giant JBL speakers, you're okay with, I'd say, average to good sound quality, then the Spirit HD is a great way to save that money. You're still going to have that connection to another rider. You're going to be able to listen to all your music and hear your navigation or whatever you need to do. You do not have, one of the other features you're not going to get is you're not going to be able to talk to the unit and give it voice commands, nor will you be able to control the digital assistant on your phone. But those are kind of more exotic features that you might not necessarily need. One of the cool things about all the Cardo units is that they're all waterproof and they all use the same Cardo Connect app, which we think is the best app in this segment, this industry, the Bluetooth communicator game. The Cardo app is really nice. It makes connecting a breeze and the setup really easy. Again, our top pick for under 150 bucks is going to be that Spirit HD. Moving on. Same idea here in that we're trying to go with the value pick, and the Sena Spider series, the ST1 and the RT1 are interesting units in that they are affordable mesh. So $219 gets you one of these Spiders, and for a pair you can get them for $399. Now when I say affordable mesh, let me back up. So if you need to connect to just one other rider, oftentimes you're just going to use basic Bluetooth. You're talking to a passenger or one other riding buddy, that's going to be a Bluetooth connection, which works fine unless you get too far away from one another. Then you're going to have to reconnect when you pull over and reconnect when you get back close to one another, and there are limits with how many riders can join a standard Bluetooth group. Now with mesh, the riding groups can get much, much bigger. So if you're riding with a big group, all your buddies have mesh, and you're typically going out with your friends with a Sena mesh unit, then the Spider series is an affordable way to get into mesh. The cool thing about mesh is that it's self-healing. So if you get too far away, you drop that connection. As soon as you get closer together again, you catch up from getting stuck at the red light. It's going to reconnect automatically. Most of the other mesh units are upwards of $300. So coming in at $219 and having that mesh is the advantage of going with the Spider series. Now, you don't have that Bluetooth connection, so you need, if you're going to buy the Spider series and you want to talk to other riders, it's important that you understand your riding buddies need to have a Sena mesh compatible unit, a 50 series or another Spider series, one of those, and you're going to be able to hook up to them no problem. Runtime 12 hours, 2.5 hours to a full charge, up to 1 to 5 miles on that mesh network as it spreads out through that network of rider, and a 2-year warranty from Sena. It is the Spider series, again, affordable mesh solution. Moving on, we have another Cardo unit. This is the Freecom. So Cardo has essentially 3 different levels of units. They have the entry-level Spirit series, which we already showed you. Then they move on to the Freecom, both the 2X and the 4X. And then you're going to move up into the Edge, the Neo, and the Custom, which is kind of their top level. From the Freecom series, we prefer the 4X. That's going to allow you to connect up to 4 different riders through a Bluetooth connection. A single unit's going to cost you $269, so still relatively affordable. They can be purchased as a pair for $499. You have universal connectivity through that Bluetooth, and usually when you have that Bluetooth connection, you can connect if this unit doesn't have mesh. But if your friend has an Edge, you have a riding group of Cardo mesh users, you can connect to them through universal pairing. It's a 1-to-1. So basically you're connected to one of those mesh riders, but you get kissed into that whole mesh group. So you can talk to them, they can hear you, you can hear them. The disadvantage of not having that full mesh unit on a Freecom or on the Spirit, you can do the same thing, is that if you get too far away, you're going to disconnect and you're going to have to reconnect when you get close to them. It's not self-healing, okay? I hope that makes sense. So up to 4 riders on Bluetooth intercom, or you can get kissed into that mesh network. Bluetooth 5.2, 13 hours on a full charge, 2 hours to a charge, and about 3/4 miles on that Bluetooth range, 2-year warranty. Now, with the Freecom series, you do have that natural voice command. So you can tell Cardo to do things without touching the controls. You can say, hey, Cardo, turn up the volume. You cannot connect to your digital assistant. That is one of the things you're not getting. If you move up to the Neo, the Edge, or the Custom, you have the opportunity to talk to your digital assistant, either Android or Siri, and you get mesh and a few other things. The cool thing about the Freecom series is you do get those JBL speakers. So who should buy the Freecom 4X? If you don't use mesh regularly, if you don't care about talking to your digital assistant, and you want to save some money, around $60 to $100 depending on which one you're looking at, the Freecom is a great option for you. You still get that awesome JBL sound, you get plenty of connections through the Bluetooth, and you get the natural voice command, so you're not always playing with the dials. It's waterproof, and it uses that same Cardo Connect app, which we really like. Now, if you want the best sound, you want mesh, you want to be able to talk to the digital assistant, you have a couple options, but our pick is the Cardo Neo, Packtalk Neo, the Packtalk series. So why we like the Neo as opposed to the Edge or the Custom in that Packtalk series, because we think the Neo is like the bargain, okay? This is less expensive than the Edge, but you're really getting everything that the Edge has except charging while riding. So if you're touring, you need to charge while you ride, you're taking these long trips, you got to buy the Edge. The other thing is their air mount system, which is magnetic. Personally, I think it's cool, but it's gimmicky. I don't need it. Everything else you get in the Neo, and you save some money. So the Neo has been our pick since it came out. Now, the Custom is that a la carte offering. It's kind of a stripped down mesh unit. They were kind of thinking they were going the same direction as the Spider series. Like, let's get folks an affordable mesh unit and then offer those extra features a la carte. You got to buy a membership through the app. And to be honest, that hasn't gone so hot. People don't love that subscription, that S-word subscription. So the Neo, no subscriptions. You're getting $389 MSRP on the Neo, $699 for a pair. Bluetooth 5.2, 2 to 9 people on the Bluetooth intercom, plus mesh for those large riding groups. Remember, when it comes to mesh, they are brand dependent, unlike Bluetooth. If you're going to ride in a large mesh group, all your riding group needs to be on the same brand. So if you're going to get a Cardo mesh unit, your friends can't be on a Sena mesh unit. Hope that makes sense. Okay, 13 hours on a full charge, 2 hours to a full charge, about a mile range, up to 5 miles on that mesh network, and a 2-year warranty. The JBL speakers in the Neo are the same ones that come in the Custom and in the Edge. So they all have the same speakers, and they're the best out there. The JBLs that come in the Packtalk units are absolutely astounding. Great bass. They get super loud. You know, you're not going to get up to 80 miles an hour and say, hey, I can't hear my music. It's just not a thing that happens here. You have the Cardo natural voice, so you can tell it to do things, and you can also talk to your digital assistant. It's really pretty much all you'll ever need right here in the Packtalk Neo. Last but not least is the Sena 10C Evo. So this is essentially a motovlogger's weapon of choice here. This is going to give you a Sena Bluetooth communicator where you can listen to your music, you can talk to other riders, but you also get a camera. This unit is going to go for $349 for the Pro, which is a little less expensive, or if you want to step up to this Evo, which is the highest resolution camera they're going to have, this is $449. So the Evo is the one that's on the table here. Bluetooth 4.1, 4-way Bluetooth intercom. You're going to get that ProRes, or on the Pro, the less expensive unit, the 10C Pro, that one's only HD. Okay, so that's 1080p and 7 hours of listen time, 2 hours of recording. The Evo that's on the table, that one for $449, this is the expensive one, you're gonna get that 4K video option. Runtime is 20 hours if you're just using it as a Bluetooth communicator or to listen to music. Once you start recording that 4K footage, that is a bit of a power hog, and it's gonna cut the battery life down to an hour and a half. But anybody that's vlogging, or you wanna record that ride with your riding group, that sort of thing, this is really a nice way to go. You don't have 2 units. You're not using the GoPro plus the communicator. It's all right there. And the new 10C Evo is nice and compact for one of these camera units. You're gonna get 1 mile of range and same 2-year warranty from Sena on this 10C Evo in 4K. That about does it. Now, you probably will have questions, and it's always tricky deciding which unit is right for you. Our team knows all the ins and outs and the technical feature set on each one of these units. So feel free to reach out to rider support at speedaddicts.com, where you can talk to a human over the email, live chat, or the phones. If you got one of these units, you've got an opinion, I know you do, let us know what you think in the comment section below. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.